Okay, so I just want to start off this video by letting everybody know, if they haven't guessed it already, that I am in no way, shape, or form an atheist or what anyone would call an agnostic. Um, I don't believe in God. I know that God exists. Anyone with eyes to see and ears to hear would know that God exists. And so if you are following me and you expect me to spit out some atheist rhetoric, uh, do yourself a favor and don't even watch this video any further. Um, so with that being said, always seek knowledge to its fullest potential. Well, how do you do that? You know, some people might get confused and ask, how do you know God exists? Can you see God? No, you see, like, everyone wants to get caught up in what you can see, what you can feel, what you can touch. But think about this for an example. Uh, we've got the 7 color spectrum of visible light. Okay, we've got red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, and violet. Um, well, below the red we have infrared, and above the violet we have ultraviolet. So, think about how that pertains to our 7 chakra system. There's the 7 chakras. We all know that once the 7th chakra is unlocked, we attain our highest self. And that is because once you unlock that 7th chakra, you unlock access to what is beyond sight, what is beyond hearing, the physical senses. You no longer rely on simply the physical senses alone in order to see what is happening around you. So, that is one of the examples of the 9 realms ruled over by Odin in Norse mythology. There happens to be 7 major music notes: A, B, C, D, E, F, G, Do, Re, Mi, Fa, Sol, La, Ti. Now, what lies beyond the 7? Now, if you notice one thing, slot machines, they have that 777. That's the jackpot, right? Well, that is because that is the number of the enlightened man, the trinity of 7. You see, the 666 is the number of the beast, according to biblical prophecies and all that. That 666 represents base consciousness. The 777 represents the God consciousness in man. And then 888 is the true number of God. It is a trinity of infinity, a trifold infinity. However, I just want to ask the people who may or may not watch this a couple questions. Like, do you even know what knowledge is? And how do you attain it? In order to attain knowledge, you must seek wisdom and understanding to their fullest potentials. Do you seek wisdom? He is your brother, your father, your son. Do you seek understanding? She is your sister, your mother, your daughter. By seeking and gaining wisdom and understanding, you can truly be at one with this creative force, this intelligence that many people call God. And then once you get there, if you trust in God, you will gain wisdom and understanding. You see, those initiated into the mystical will see all in the mist. Those initiated into the mystical will already know what I am saying, but I will break it down real quick for those who haven't been initiated into the arts that I speak of. When I speak of wisdom being your brother, your father, your son, wisdom has to do with your left brain that controls the right side of your body, at least what science tells us. The left brain is your intellectual, logical, higher, not necessarily higher thinking, but it has to do with rational, logical, intellectual, solution based thinking. And understanding your right brain, your emotional intelligence. Understanding is your sister, your mother, your daughter. Understanding is that feminine aspect of your consciousness. Now, to those who know anything about the true human consciousness, they know that there is a feminine and masculine aspect of human consciousness. Everybody has one. And when you bring those into balance, do you attain that Christ consciousness? Can you ascend to the hill of Aries? Climb that Tower of Babel, create the Temple of Solomon, and reach enlightenment, that Christ consciousness, that higher level of thinking, the God mind, the cerebrum, Sarah Abram. Abram was a friend of the Most High, But my point in this is not to make things seem more mystical, but to hopefully make things easier for some to understand. Balance your scales before it's too late. Only by fixing yourself do you have a hope of changing the world and making a difference. It's taken me a while to understand that. I had the wisdom, and I was on here spitting out wisdom to people, but I myself didn't fully understand it. By seeking and gaining wisdom and understanding, can you attain the power of will. And for those who know about the Kabbalistic tree of life, Keter, the crown, will, sits at the throne all the way at the top. So I hope that this clarifies some things for people. I hope that everyone is able to find their way back to source before things get too crazy. And if not, just trust in God and do not panic. We make bad choices when we panic. Do not panic. Do not fear. Do not fear the unknown. That fear-based consciousness is what feeds this evil. Do not fear what lies on the other side. Those who are afraid to die are afraid because they do not know what lies on the other side. Well, how do you know what lies on the other side? How do you know that God exists? You must attain that wisdom and understand what it means. I love you guys.